Act 1, Scene 2. Scene is the same, lights dim up on living room. Laura, discovered by Menagerie, polishing glass. Crosses to phonograph, play record. She times this business so as to put needle on record as music cue number 4 ends. Enter Amanda down alley. Right. Rattles key and lock. Laura crosses guiltily to typewriter and types. Small typewriter table with typewriter on it is still on stage in living room left. Amanda comes into room right, closing door. Crosses to armchair, putting hat, purse, and gloves on it. Something has happened to Amanda. It is written in her face, a look that is grim and hopeless and a little absurd. She has on one of those cheap or imitation velvety-looking cloth coats with imitation fur collar. Her hat is 5 or 6 years old, one of those dreadful cloak hats that were worn in the late 20s, and she is clasping an enormous black patent leather pocketbook with nickel clasps and initials. This is her full dress outfit, the one she usually wears to the DAR. She purses her lips, opens her eyes very wide, rolls them upward, and shakes her head. Seeing her mother's expression, Laura touches her lips with a nervous gesture. Hello, Mother, I know, you were just practicing your typing, I suppose. Behind chair, right. Yes? Deception, deception, deception. How was the DAR meeting, Mother? DAR meeting? Didn't you go to the DAR meeting, Mother? Faintly, almost inaudibly. No, I didn't go to any DAR meeting. I didn't have the strength. I didn't have the courage. I just wanted to find a hole in the ground and crawl in it and stay there for the rest of my entire life. Tears type charts, throws them on floor. Tears type charts, throws them on floor. Oh, why did you do that, Mother? Why? Why? How old are you, Laura? Mother, you know my age. I was under the impression that you were an adult, but evidently I was very much mistaken. She stares at Laura. Please don't stare at me, Mother. Amanda closes her eyes and lowers her head. Pause. What are we going to do? What is going to become of us? What is the future? Has something happened, Mother? Mother, has something happened? I'll be all right in a minute. I'm just bewildered by life. Mother, I wish you would tell me what's happened. I went to the DAR this afternoon, as you know. I was to be inducted as an officer. I stopped off at Rubicond's Business College to tell them about your cold and to ask how you were progressing down there. Oh. Yes, oh. I went straight to your typing instructor and introduced myself as your mother. She didn't even know who you were. Winchfield, she said. We don't have any such scholar enrolled in the school. I assured her she did. I said, my daughter Laura's been coming to class since early January. Well, I don't know, she said, unless you mean that terribly shy little girl who's dropped out of school after a few days' attendance. No, I said, I don't mean that one. I mean my daughter Laura, who's been coming here every single day for the past 6 weeks. Excuse me, she said, and she took down the attendance book, and there was your name, unmistakably printed, and all the dates you'd been absent. I told her she was wrong. I said no. There must have been some mistake. There must have been some mix-up with the records. No, she said. I remember her perfectly now. She was so shy and her hands trembled so that her fingers couldn't touch the right keys. When we gave a speed test, she just broke down completely, was sick of the stomach, and had to be carried to the washroom. After that, she never came back. We telephoned the house every single day and never got any answer. Amanda rises from daybed, crosses right center. That was while I was working all day long down at the department store, I suppose, demonstrating those. With hands indicates brassiere. Oh, I felt so weak I couldn't stand up. I had to sit down while they got me a glass of water. $50 tuition. I don't care about the money so much but all my hopes for any kind of future for you. Gone up the spout, just gone up the spout like that. Laura winds the phonograph up. Oh, don't do that, Laura. I don't play the Victrola. Oh. What have you been doing every day when you've gone out of the house pretending you were going to business college? I've been going out walking. That's not true. Yes, it is, Mother. I just went walking. Walking? Walking in the winter? Deliberately courting pneumonia in that light coat? Where did you walk to, Laura? All sorts of places, mostly in the park. Even after you'd started catching that cold? It was a lesser of two evils, Mother. I couldn't go back. I threw up on the floor. From 7:30 till 5 every day, and you mean to tell me you walked around in the park because you wanted to make me think you were still going to Rubicam's Business College? Oh, Mother, it wasn't as bad as it sounds. I went inside places to get warmed up. Inside where? I went in the art museum and the birdhouse at the zoo. I visited the penguins every day. Sometimes I did without lunch and went to the movies. Lately I've been spending most of my afternoons in the jewel box, that big glass house where they raise the tropical flowers. You did all that to deceive me? Just for deception. Why? Why? Mother, when you're disappointed, you get that awful suffering look on your face, like the picture of Jesus' mother in the museum. Hush. I couldn't face it. I couldn't. So what are we going to do now, honey, the rest of our lives? Just sit in this house and watch the parades go by, amuse ourselves with the glass menagerie, eternally playing those worn-out records your father left us as a painful reminder of him? Slams the phonograph lid. We can't have a business career. In music cue number 5. No, we can't do that. That just gives us indigestion. What is there left for us now but dependency all our lives? I tell you, Laura, I know so well what happened to unmarried women who aren't prepared to occupy a position in life. I've seen such pitiful cases in the South, barely tolerated spinsters living on some brother's wife or sister's husband, tucked away in some mousetrap of a room, encouraged by one in-law to go on and visit the next in-law, like little bird-like women, without any nest, eating the crust of humility all their lives. Is that the future we've mapped out for ourselves? I swear I don't see any other alternative, and I don't think that's a very good, pleasant alternative. Of course, some girls do marry. My goodness, Laura, have you ever liked some boy? Yes, Mother, I liked one once. You did? I came across his picture a while ago. He gave you his picture, too? Rises from daybed, crosses a chair right. No, it's in the yearbook. Oh, a high school boy. Yes, his name was Jim. Kneeling on floor, gets yearbook from under menagerie. Here he is. The Pirates of Penzance. The what? The operetta the senior class put on. He had a wonderful voice. We sat across the aisle from each other Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the auditorium. Here he is with a silver cup for debating. See his grin? So he had a grin, too. She looks at the picture of father-in-law behind phonograph, hands yearbook back. He used to call me Blue Roses. Blue Roses? Why did he call you a silly name like that for? When I had the attack of pleurosis, he asked me what was the matter when I came back. I said pleurosis. He thought I said Blue Roses. So that's what he always called me after that. Whenever he saw me, he'd holler, "Hello, Blue Roses!" I don't care for the girl that he went out with, Emily Meisenbach. Oh, Emily was the best-dressed girl at Soldan, but she never struck me as being sincere. I read in a newspaper once that they were engaged. That's a long time ago. They're probably married by now. That's all right, honey, that's all right. It doesn't matter. Little girls who aren't cut out for business careers sometimes end up married to very nice young men, and I'm just going to see that you do that too. But, Mother, what is it now? I'm crippled. Don't say that word. How many times have I told you never to say that word? You're not crippled. You've just got a slight defect. Laura rises. If you lived in the days when I was a girl and they had long, graceful skirts sweeping the ground, it might have been considered an asset. When you've got a slight disadvantage like that, you've just got to cultivate something else to take its place. You have to cultivate charm or vivacity or charm. Spotlight on phonograph, then dim out. That's the only thing your father had. Plenty of charm. Okay, that was Act 1, Scene 2. So that told a lot about the relationship between Laura and Amanda. Laura's kind of not necessarily scared of her mother, but she's very shy and timid anyway, and she just doesn't want to get on people's bad side. But her mom has a lot of expectations for her, because she really wants good things for her, but Amanda goes about it the wrong way. She just seems to be trying to force her to learn how to type, or force her to talk to guys so that way she can get married and be successful. But obviously Amanda's marriage didn't work out very well because her husband ran off, it seems like. So I don't know, but I guess, you know, in Amanda's day, getting married was just what women did, and that was what you were supposed to do. And it's still, I mean, it's still like the 30s, so I guess getting married is still what everyone does. And I started talking about crippled, Laura being crippled, having a defect, which I'm not really sure what is yet. I guess it's something about her legs, because it's talking about the skirts. So I'd like to know some more about that. Automatically, I kind of don't enjoy Amanda at this point, just because she seems to brush off stuff that Laura says if it's not exactly what she wants to hear. And like whenever Laura tells her that she's been out like walking and getting culture, which seems good, it seems like she just has something bad to say about it, you know, like you're gonna get a cold. She's so worried that she doesn't even get involved in what Laura's life actually is, you know. So I don't really like that about her. She said she should like cultivate charm. I'm just thinking like if someone actually talked to Laura and gave her a chance to be who she is, then maybe they would find her interesting and charming, because it seems like she's soft and she's not exactly outgoing or flirtatious or anything, but she is interesting and sweet. So we'll see if I learn more about that and if the relationship gets a little nicer. It's not awful. I mean, Amanda cares about her a lot. But Amanda's, she's just a busybody. She's just overly worried about everything.